Towards the end of last year, weather experts predicted that Uganda would face a long dry spell. With the current hot temperatures sweeping through most parts of the country, this prediction seems to be coming true. Some of the effects of the dry spell are evident in the suburbs of Kampala, Uganda's capital city. A walk through Chikoni, for instance, reveals clouds of dust floating in the air above the Maram roads, evidence of the effects of the dry spell in Kampala. And this comes along with implications for the people's health. This is Chikoni, one of Kampala's major suburbs, which lies adjacent to Makerere, Uganda's major public university. Now folks here have learned how to live with the dust.
The dust is a nuisance, which is why we want the government to fix that road.
The children are constantly coughing, sneezing, running fevers. The hair is dusty, everything is dusty. Even the produce we sell is dusty.
Houses and banana plantations lying along the roads are covered with dust, affecting the living conditions of many city dwellers.
It's very dusty, extremely dusty. You know, you go home, the whole house is full of dust, the curtains are dusty, the nets are dusty, and the crops are drying in town.
Yes, the dust, I have noticed there's a lot of it. It is kind of congested. I notice it in my, sometimes it's hard to breathe and all of that.
As if to challenge our assertions, on Wednesday afternoon, some parts of the city experienced a drizzle. But this is like the proverb, drop in the ocean. It does little to change the situation.
I think the rain is just an exception, We are in the midst of the dry season.
A climate scientist at the Makerere University School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Alex Nimusima, says this drought phenomenon is part of a wave of natural disasters that have hit the world in the past decades as a result of human-induced global climate change.
There are two major global phenomena that affect that system of where you have a rainy season in March and another one in September. Those two major phenomena are El Nino and La Nina. When you talk of El Nino, this is when you have a pool of warm waters in the Central Pacific Ocean, and that El Nino affects our country in form of floods. Then we have La Nina. La Nina follows the El Nino. La Nina, this is when you have waters now cooling. And when they cool, they also affect the atmospheric circulation. And now, instead of having a drought, instead of having a flood, you're having a drought.
But worse still is the fact that the dry spell will most likely continue for another month. This means that the people of Kampala should brace themselves for another month of dust consumption and other effects of the dry spell, which also include general irritation, allergies and high fuel consumption for car users who have to keep their air conditioners on all the time.
So we are having the dry season, which was supposed to begin in June, started a bit early because of the La Nina that was experiencing in the Central Pacific Ocean. So this dry spell is projected to go on up to probably August.
A UN Habitat report on climate change reveals more shocking facts. The report reveals that human-induced climate change is projected to increase the average temperatures in Uganda by up to 1.5 degrees Celsius in the next 20 years and up to 4.3 degrees Celsius by the 2080s. Changes in rainfall patterns and total annual rainfall amounts are also expected to change, but these are less certain than the changes in temperature. Regardless of the changes in rainfall, temperature changes are projected to have significant impacts on water resources, food security, natural resource management, human and livestock health. This particular dry season is a challenge to Uganda. While the predominantly desert countries like Egypt grow fruits and export juice, Uganda, a country gifted by nature, is still bound in a business-as-usual approach towards the dry season challenge.